kasama ba kayo mismo doon sa pag-iimbestiga ng actual na threat, yung pagkontrata ng tao na pwedeng gawin itong threat na ito?
I believe so, Your Honor. The fact na mayroong binuong special task force.
At kasali kayo doon?
Hindi po ako kasali, Your Honor.
Bakit hindi kayo kasali doon? Ako nagtataka dahil kung banta ito sa buhay ng ating Pangulo at nanggaling sa opisina ninyo yung source, dapat kasali kayo. Sa ganitong napakahalagang banta, ini-expect ko sa NBI na meron silang whole of agency approach na kasama kayo dahil nanggaling doon yung...
Yun din yung tanong nga ng Senate President eh. Kung iniimbestigahan nyo talaga yung buo at kayo ang head at kayo dapat ang mag-imbestiga, bakit hindi nyo kinausap yung mga ibang nag-iimbestiga? Baka may alam sila na hindi.
Yung usapan po na yan, it's a matter of intelligence. Hindi ko alam kung may usapan sila o kung wala silang usapan with the director and with the intelligence service, Your Honor.
So may mali ba dito? Factually, wala. Na-review mo naman to, no?
May konting typo dyan, which is
Hindi
normal
typo,
naman.
factual.
So the subpoena is dated November 6.
Okay. And the affidavit also is November 6. Dalawang typo carried over.
Asan yung affidavit? Hindi ko pa nakita, ma'am, yung affidavit na November.
Your
6.
affidavit
Ikaw ang
says
pumirma
November
eh.
6.
Pero patingin ako.
Yung affidavit of investigation mo na binigay, pati
I-check
yung
ko po,
amended, carried over din. Yung first draft na rineject ng DOJ, yung ikalawa, parehong November 6.
Saan?
Pirmado ninyo eh.
Attorney Locke, you shall be under the same oath. You may sit down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Senator Judge Tulfo, you may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Mr. Witness, do you consider yourself as an expert when it comes to threat assessment?
Threat assessment, Your Honor?
Yes.
An experienced investigator, Your Honor.
There's a difference between an investigator as opposed to threat assessor. Somebody who assess a threat being given against a person or individual. Kasama dyan, halimbawa, mag-imbestiga ka, tatanong ka sa mga testigo, tatanong ka sa mga taong nakarinig tungkol doon sa banta, titingnan mo yung security detail niya, saan siya nakatira, etc., etc.
Yes, Your Honor. Just an experienced investigator, Your Honor.
As an experienced investigator.
Opo.
So sa ginawa mong pag-iimbestiga, whether or not merong real or imminent threat against the Vice President, sino-sino po yung mga naimbita nyo at na-interview?
Yung media personalities po, Your Honor, from late Saidin Reyes to Bones Magsambol to others, lahat po sila tinanong namin kung kilala nila yung kinausap na ni VP Sara, yung tao na kinontrata. Lahat po sila nagsabi na hindi nila kilala at wala silang alam doon.
Did you also invite Princess Maui, yung influencer na nagtanong kay VP Sara during that online press conference?
I believe so, Your Honor. I asked the executive officers back then at ang sabi nila sa akin, hindi ho nag-appear chief. So
you invited her pero she failed to appear.
yes, Your Honor. Yun po yung report sa akin ng aking mga executive officers.
Okay, so masasabi niyo ba na talagang merong imminent threat, real and imminent threat against the life of the Vice President based on the investigation you conducted?
Against the life of the Vice President, sir?
Yes, Vice President. Kasi siyempre, pag nag-imbestigat tungkol sa Presidente, dapat imbestigan mo rin yung threat against the Vice President para patas.
Yes po. Precisely, the reason po, Your Honor, kung bakit ho namin inimbitahan ang Vice Presidente, may separate ho kami na sulat noong December 2. In-inform po namin siya na, ma'am, iniimbestigahan din ho namin yung alleged threat against sa life mo at para ho ma-expedite ito, bigyan niyo po kami ng any information na pwede maging lead doon sa investigation namin. Unfortunately, wala ho kaming na-receive na information. Hindi naman po kasi nag-appear ang Vice President, Your Honor.
Pero nagpadala ba siya ng representative to represent her doon sa sabina ninyo na pinadala sa kanya?
Nagpadala siya po ng representative and then with a letter, sir. In fact, 2 beses po yung letter na yon. Yung unang letter niya, ang sabi niya hindi siya maka-attend kasi nga meron siyang office matters to attend to.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off. Napakinggan na natin niya para mapaiksi tayo. So, sino yung representative na pinadala niya at ano na pag-usapan ng NBI investigator at saka ng representative ni VP Sara?
I think it's Attorney Paul Lawrence Lim, kung di ako nagkakamali. Ang kumausap sa kanya, Your Honor, yung dating Director Jaime B. Santiago.
What was discussed during that meeting between Attorney, ano pangalan ulit?
Lawrence Lim po.
Attorney Lawrence Lim and the people from the NBI, particularly the investigators investigating the threat against the Vice President.
Iyon nga, pinapaliwanag lang ho ng abogado, Your Honor, yung laman ng letter kung bakit hindi makakapunta yung Vice Presidente. And in fact, doon sa pangalawang letter, may sinasabi ang abogado na 6 years ago, may threat ang Vice Presidente. So, hopefully confident ang Vice Presidente na iimbestigahan nyo rin yung issue na yon.
So 6 years ago, pero hindi niyo ba
6 years, 6 months. 6 months yata, Your Honor, 5 to 6 months.
Alright, so
if I'm not
sinabi nung
mistaken,
representative ni VP Sara na 6 months ago there was a threat against the life of the Vice President.
Yun po yung nasa letter.
Okay, inusisa niyo ba kung ano yung threat na pinagsasabi niya?
Nag-conduct ho kami, Your Honor, ng open source. Wala ho kami na-validate, sir, na aside doon sa pag-aalis ng 75 personnel na security personnel from BPSPG,
Okay.
and then inilipat ho sa Manila, wala ho kaming na-validate nor na-confirm. Your Honor, insofar ho as Cybercrime Division is concerned, pero hindi ko po alam, baka yung intelligence service namin meron o kaya yung director may alam.
Last na lamang, Mr. Witness. Kasi sabi mo, ulitin ko dun sa 6 months ago naka-receive ng threat against her life ang BP. Sabi mo kanina,
If I may,
sabi ng
Honor.
abogado, right? So, kasi kung ako sa'yo, if I was the investigator, I would say, okay, ano yung threat 6 months ago? Pwede ka bang magpakita ng mga ebidensya? Pwede ka bang makita ng proof or mga witnesses na pwede naman interviewin to that effect? For that?
Your Honor, ang nag-usap po, Your Honor, si the then Director Judge Jaime B. Santiago at saka yung lawyers, Your Honor.
So, hindi ka, okay. Last na naman po. Now, can you say in certainty na talagang wala o meron threat against the life of the Vice President?
I cannot...
Based on your investigation, based on your experience.
Well, given na wala ho kaming validated information at confirmed any data, hindi ho ako makakapag-comment, Your Honor. Kailangan ko po yun.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Judge Rafi Tulfo, Senate President Gatchalian. Thereafter, Senator Judge Alan Cayetano. Thereafter, Senator Judge Amy Marcos. You may proceed, Senate President.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Mr. Witness, narinig ko kanina nung tinatanong kayo ng prosecution na yung statements ni Attorney Zulaika Lopez ay walang kinalaman dun sa threat na ginawa ng Vice President. Tama po ba?
Kinonsider namin siya dun sa totality ng aming investigation. Then nakita namin na even before nung situation ni Attorney Zulaika, base doon sa attirances ng Vice Presidente, meron na ho siyang kinausap. So,
Yan ang next na tanong ko. Ibig niyo ba sabihin na even prior to this video, meron na siyang nakausap na kinontrata?
that's the attirances, Your Honor. Ang sabi niya, huwag kang mag-alala, ma'am, sapagkat may kinausap na akong tao. Ang sabi ko sa kanya, pag namatay ako, patayin mo si BBM, si Lisa Marcos, si former speaker. So, nakita namin, may kinausap na siya even before the press conference was held on November 23, 2024.
So base sa kanyang statements, sa inyong pag-aanalytika, meron na siyang nakausap na kinontrata.
Yes, Your Honor, and we believe na hindi naman ho magsisinungaling ang Vice Presidente noon kasi galit na galit nga po siya.
Meron dito sa mga tanong ng counsel ng prosecution na yung mga term na ginamit niyo, serious and real threat. Tapos meron din kayong sinabi na serious and threat is actionable. Nasabi niyo yun over the course ng mga pagtatanong.
Threat is actionable. I don't remember, Your Honor, using the word threat. Actionable threat. Your Honor.
Threat is actual, sorry. Threat
opo.
is actual. No? So, I take this to mean na meron talaga siyang kausap na kinontrata.
That's what we believe, Your Honor.
And kung yan ang paniniwala nyo, dahil ito ay pagbanta no, sa ating Pangulo, may ginawa ba ang NBI na imbestigahan kung talaga bang merong nakontratang gagawa nitong banta?
Yeah, I think a couple of months ago may binuo ang aming direktor. Nagbuo siya ng task force to investigate threats against the life of the president. Kaya lang hindi na ho ako part noon, Your Honor. July 2025, nalipat na ho ako sa ibang region. So, wala na po akong idea. I think yung intelligence service namin at yung director, yun ho yung pwedeng makasagot, Your Honor.
Actually, yun ang next na tanong ko dahil tayo dito sa ating bansa, sanay tayo sa whole of government approach, whole of nation approach. Dapat merong whole of agency approach, in this case, the NBI. Ang tanong ko, meron ba kayo mismo o kasama ba kayo mismo doon sa pag-iimbestiga ng actual na threat, yung pagkontrata ng tao na pwedeng gawin itong threat na ito?
I believe so, Your Honor. The fact na mayroong binuong special task force.
At kasali kayo doon?
Hindi po ako kasali, Your Honor.
Bakit hindi kayo kasali doon? Ako nagtataka dahil kung banta to sa buhay ng ating Pangulo at nanggaling sa opisina ninyo yung source, dapat kasali kayo.
You mean, Your Honor, since nasa regional office ako, nung nagbuo ng task force, definitely, itatap nila yung mga regional offices. Na meron ba dyan sa region ninyo na information o intelligence na ganito? Meron hong ganong practice, Your Honor.
Pero kayo mismo, kasali ba kayo doon sa nag-imbestiga nung actual, yung kinuntratang tao? At meron bang nakitang ganon?
Hindi ko masasagot yan, Your Honor. Ang makakaalam po niyan, yung aming intelligence service kasi nasa 40 po nila yan at ang aming director.
At meron bang ginawang coordination? Kasi ito, Pangulo, no less than our President. Meron bang ginawang coordination kayo o yung binawang task force ng NBI kasama ang nag-coordinate sa NSC, nag-coordinate sa PSG at sa iba pang mga national agencies dahil Pangulo natin to eh.
Opo.
Meron bang ganun na ginawa kayo o yung binuong task force?
Well, insofar as the Cybercrime Division during that time, ang focus ho namin is yung investigation dun sa threat against the life vis-a-vis yung November 23, 2024 utterances. Now, insofar dun sa sinasabi niyo po, Your Honor, ang makakasagot po niyan, yung intelligence service po namin. Kasi ano na po yun eh. Para siyang deep dive intelligence gathering na po yun eh.
Ang punto ko lang naman is sa ganitong napakahalagang banta, ini-expect ko sa NBI na meron silang whole of agency approach na kasama kayo dahil nanggaling doon yung...
Yes, Your Honor. Yung binuho ng director na memo, nag-create siya ng task force. And then yung task force, tinatap po dyan lahat ng regional offices. Anong information meron kayo iba to dito sa central office?
Anong resulta nun? Last question,
Well,
Mr. Presiding Officer.
in so far as the NBI BARM is concerned, yung hawak ko pong region, meron kaming ongoing investigation pero hindi ho related doon sa kausap ni Sara. Meron kaming iniimbestigahan na nag-threaten sa presidente. Sa matter of fact, na-identify namin. So, ongoing pa siya. Nag-aantay lang kami ng order galing sa taas kung ano yung guidance. Sir.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Senate President. Noted and entered in the records. Senator Judge Alan Cayetano is recognized. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Mr. President, susundan ko na yung kay Senator Win, Senate President. No,
Yes po, Your Honor.
yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. So, dediretsuin ko na, no? So, what we're trying to figure out here kasi is, are you really investigating whether may threat kay VP Sara and whether she threatened the individuals mentioned, including the President? Or are you only investigating the video and finding kung meron siyang crime? So, I asked Agent John Mark Kalilum, hindi daw niya kinausap ang sabi ko PSG, pero PSC na sila ngayon, di ba? Presidential Security Command. So
Opo.
did you speak to the Presidential Security Command about the threat on the President?
Your Honor, in terms of correspondence between the Presidential Security Command at yung NBI, ang makakasagot po niyan yung director. Kasi hindi ko alam kung may usapan nun sila. Meron ho kasi kaming tinatawag na need to know basis. Ang focus lang ho namin as...
The problem with your answers, Witness, is that kung yan ang sagot mo parati, hindi mo inimbestigahan ng husto.
Hindi ho.
Because you didn't get the information from your intelligence. You did not get your information from the task force. You did not get your information from the Presidential Security Group. Did you talk to the CIDG?
Your
No,
Honor,
may you answer first? Did you talk to the CIDG?
no, Your Honor.
No.
Hindi.
But nag-imbestiga din sila, di ba?
I think so, Your Honor, kasi may statement sila.
So yun din yung tanong nga ng Senate President eh. Kung iniimbestigahan nyo talaga yung buo at kayo ang head at kayo dapat ang mag-imbestiga, bakit hindi nyo kinausap yung mga ibang nag-iimbestiga? Baka may alam sila na hindi.
Yung usapan po na yan, it's a matter of intelligence. Hindi ko alam kung may usapan sila o kung wala silang usapan with the director and with the intelligence service, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'll take that answer, but I think at least alam nyo yung nasa isip namin and what we want clarified. Secondly, sir, all of you, yung apat, you signed the February 10, February 2025 NBI affidavit of investigation. Tama po ba, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor, our affidavit of
Tapos
investigation.
kasama dito yung verification nyo, basically saying that based on the records, tama tong lahat. No?
Verification ng ano po, Your Honor? Ng,
Sa dulo, nag-sign kayo ng verification.
verification of non-forum shopping, Your Honor?
Yes. And
Opo.
that, aside from non-foreign shopping, give me some latitude because to explain the question. We read and understood its contents and the allegations therein are true based on authentic records.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. So may mali ba dito? Factually, wala. Na-review mo naman to, no?
May konting typo dyan, which is
Hindi
normal
typo,
naman po, Your Honor.
factual.
So far as I'm concerned,
Sino
lahat
po ba
ng-
nag-prepare?
ang team po namin with the...
Tapos pinapirma sa inyo?
Hindi ho, kami ho nagtulong-tulong mag-draft ng affidavit of investigation, kung ano yung legal basis namin, and then we agree and we concluded na ito yun.
Then
ito yun.
someone
And then,
typed it up, then you signed. I asked this because nung tinanong ko kay Agent Mark John Calium, sabi niya, dito nakalagay conditional pero tingin niya absolute. You answered the same thing, it's absolute, pero dito nakalagay conditional.
the utterances itself, Your Honor, is what we called event-based condition, ang classification namin.
Okay.
Yun
so-
yung utterances, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
I'll take that answer. I think mas factual yun. But sa paragraph 51, was VP Duterte ever Secretary of the Department of Justice?
No, Your Honor, Department of Education.
Nakalagay dito, to recall, VP Duterte resigned as the Secretary of the Department of Justice, and she herself admitted that her relationship with the President has become toxic, and she would imagine her strangling him and cutting off her head.
That's typo, Your Honor. Yun
That's
yung-
not a typo. A typo means yung department naging depart. Department of Justice and Department of Education are two different things.
Ang alam
If-
namin,
if-
sorry po.
Yes, sir. Good, sir.
Yeah, Department of Education ang alam
Yeah.
namin.
So, kasi I just filed my counter affidavit sa ombudsman about yung obstruction of justice. Ilang beses ko kailangan basahin kasi nga pag may mali, pinirmahan nyo na sinasabi nyo, no? But anyway, going back to the condition, you mentioned the case of SPO2 Hamata.
Yes, sir.
But isn't it true that the lis mota of that case was really res judicata and double jeopardy? Meaning, hindi tinake up ng Supreme Court whether or not a condition.
Yes, sir.
Di ba?
Opo.
Oh, so that wasn't on point. Kasi I was going to ask, is there a difference if the condition is legal or illegal? Di ba? So halimbawa, pag sinabi ko sa yung, pag natanggal akong Senate President, patatanggal din kita. Okay. Unang-una, legal naman akong tanggalin na Senate President. We always vote. There's nothing there. But if illegal, o pag pinapatay mo ko, papapatayin din kita. Is there a difference if the condition of why I will act or why I'm threatening you is an illegal act?
Well, under the law, Your Honor, it says there that even the condition is unlawful. So, regardless of the nature of the condition,
Yes.
sir.
No, I want to get lang into your mind when you sign this because nga medyo novel yung case for me. Even as a lawyer, I have to do more research and see anong ibig sabihin nito grave threats dito because you keep mentioning we keep mentioning here that this is the second highest official in the land and therefore pag trinete niya ang pangulo. But who was the vice president claiming na pwedeng magpapatay sa kanya?
Again, Your Honor, yun po yung reason ba't nag-issue kami ng subpoena.
No,
Gusto po
sa
namin...
reading nyo nung statement niya, sino tinutukoy ng Pangulo na mukhang mag-ooperate sa kanya ng Operation Romanov? Sinong pinagbibintangan niya?
Well, una, kung ang pag-uusapan Romanov, Your Honor, ang alam namin na unang nagbigkas ng Romanov ay si Mayor Baste yata noong January 2024. Other
yes.
than...
That's irrelevant. Ang question ko, in the mind of the Vice President, sinong pinagbibintangan niya na pwedeng magpapatay sa kanya? You said you investigated So mahaba na testimony nyo ni Agent John Mark. So of course, kasama sa investigation nyo, sino sa mind ni Vice President magpapapatay sa kanya?
Well, again, Your Honor, since wala kaming makuhang valid information,
Ano, hindi ba klaro sa video na ang pinagbibintangan niya is the First Lady, the President, and the Speaker of the House? So sabi niya, pag pinatay ako, patayin mo silang tatlo. So ang pinagbibintangan niya na magpapapatay sa kanya, yung 3.
I cannot answer to that, Your Honor.
Senator Judge Allen,
Yes.
kindly wind up.
Alright. But you have to be able to answer that because you're the one who investigated. And that is crucial. Why? Because part of your self-defense, so for example, if I know na sa senator judge, pag hindi ako bumoto one way or the other, papapatayin ako ng whatever, chief PNP or papapatay ako ng whoever. So pag sinabi kong, pag ako pinatay, si ganito nagpapatay sa akin. And then, ang difference, I don't usually give a threat na patayin mo rin. So could it be that actually that was the defense of the Vice President para hindi siya patayin?
I don't know the state of the mind of the Vice President.
But you've testified all throughout this afternoon that you went into her state of mind.
Based on the series of events, Your Honor.
Yes, and based on her statement. And her statement and the series of events is nag-away sila ng administrasyon. And the series of events is that sinasabi niya, pag ako'y pinatay, eto 3 ang papatayin nyo. Okay, last question. Kay Attorney Lopez, tinanong din to ng Senate President ni Senator Tulfo. At di ko na itatanong pero napahapyawan ni Senator Erwin din to yung tungkol yung sinabi ni si Attorney Lopez, sabi mo, even before kasi nangyari yon, nakausap na ni Vice President yung papatay.
That's the literal meaning of the statement.
Yes, that's the literal meaning, but did you believe her?
Well, she's the Vice President, sir.
So she also said freedom of expression, so you also believe her?
Not based on the evidence that what we gathered, sir.
No, okay, so I'll stop there, but I'll read to you. Sinabi nyo kasi sedition. Pero tignan nyo po yung page 25 nung sarili nyong affidavit, ha. Si Princess Maui, ang sinabi niya, ano po ba ang pwede niyong maging remedy para matapos na ito, lalo't nagsisigaw na po ang taong bayan na mag-people power na? So actually, I would consider ang nag-uudyok si Princess Maui. Of course, we can discuss people power, pero tignan niyo po ang sagot niya after yung sa pagpatay. Ang laban ay wala dyan sa EDSA, ma'am. Wala dyan sa mga highway. Ang laban, ma'am, nandun sa loob ng palasyo. Yan ang problema. We appreciate yung expression nyo ng disgust, ang pagkamuhi, ang hopelessness kasi it reflects kung ano nararamdaman ng maraming milyon-milyon. Alam ko yan, ma'am. Kahit saan ako pumunta, ang sasabihin, binoto namin dahil sinabi mo, iboto namin. So if I look at that statement, parang baliktad. Parang sinasabi niyang huwag kayong mag-people power.
Hindi, actually, kung babasahin po natin yung buo, may sinabi siya doon na natutuwa siya sa ginagawa nila.
Sa ginagawa nila na active nagrarally. Pero sa people power, ito yung exact. But I won't argue with you. I'm just trying to get into your frame of mind.
Yes, Your
When
Honor.
do you believe her and when do you not believe her? And what did you actually investigate?
We based everything on the evidence that we've gathered.
Thank you,
sir.
Presiding Officer. Thank you, Mr. Witness.
Opo.
Thank you, Senator Judge Alan Cayetano. Senator Judge Marcos, thereafter, Senator Judge Aquino. Senator Marcos, you may proceed, ma'am, when you're ready.
Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. And Attorney Lontok,
Yes, ma'am.
maupay nga pag-abot din
Mapaya ko
hindi
lang, ma'am.
aton Senado.
Opo, ma'am.
Okay, I'd like to affirm lang yung sinabi mo kanina na nung nangyari nga itong hating gabi na interview ni Vice President sa Zoom, agad-agad in-orderan kayo, in-instructionan ng NBI na mag-imbestiga. Tama po yun.
Hindi po, Your Honor. Sabado po yon, lunchtime, mayroon kaming meeting ako with the then Director Santiago. I think between 12 noon and 1 p.m. And then mayroong instruction na nanggaling kay Delta Santiago na, Jeremy, may kumakalat sa social media, may mga utterances na ginawa ang Vice Presidente. Imbestigahan natin. Since may cyber aspect ito, imbestigahan nyo na. Doon po nagsimula yon.
Tama. So anong araw yon? Kasi andito sa inyong affidavit of investigation at yung sinabi ninyo na on even date, ang tinutukoy mo ba yung November 23 din?
November 23, ma'am, kasi natapos ho ang
Oo, gabing-gabi kasi yon di ba?
madaling araw po ng alauna, ma'am.
That's right. So, nag-meeting kayo kaagad-agad? Ganun ba?
Hindi, ma'am, hindi po kasi namin alam yun.
Kailan kayo inutusan na mag-imbestiga?
During lunchtime, nung may meeting kami ni then Director Santiago, pero iba ho ang iniimbestigahan namin krimen.
Kailan kayo sinabihan ng DOJ na mag-imbestiga? Anong araw po
That
yun?
same day, ma'am.
Kaya nga,
after
November 23.
November
pa rin.
23.
Oo, pareho lang. Yun ang sinabi ninyo kanina nung tinatanong kayo ng counsel ng prosecution. Yan din ang nakasaad. On even date ang nakasabi sa inyong affidavit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, nag-umpisa na kayo. Kwento nga ninyo, four-phase yung investigasyon. Nag-umpisa sa identification. Nagbigay kayo ng hash value. Nag-preserve kayo ng data. Pagkatapos nag-research kayo. Subsequently, sinabi mo na meron kayong open source intelligence search at natuklasan ninyo na meron palang October 18 video na press con na naman ni OVP na nasa Facebook at may mga sinasabi na naman na puputulin yung ulo. Tama ba yon yung October 18 ang nakita ninyo?
That's the continuation in the analysis phase, Your Honor.
Oo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi nag-research na kayo, no? Bilang fourth phase nga ng inyong investigasyon. Tama po ba?
Hindi po, Your Honor. Yun yung third phase ho, yung analysis and attribution.
Sa analysis pa at attribution. So third phase, pero bandang huli na. Ang pinagtatakahan ko, kung inutusan kayo ng November 23 na magkaroon ng investigasyon, bakit napakaaga? November 6, 2024, a subpoena was issued to ABS-CBN requiring them to submit an authenticated copy of the video pertaining to the 18 October press con. Nandito to sa affidavit ninyo, nasa page 8, number 14. Kung inutusan kayo ng November 23, ang ibig ba sabihin, November 6 pa lang, minamanmanan na si Vice President? Iniimbestigahan na siya bago pa yung Zoom conference sa Kongreso?
No, Your Honor. I believe that's a typo yung date.
Sorry?
Kasi that's a typo, Your Honor, yung date. Kasi makikita doon yung date noong appearance ng taga-ABS-CBN, which is consistent po siya doon sa ibang initial
Kailan
ng
ba yung
subpoena.
appearance? Kasi hindi ko nasusundan yung timeline ninyo eh.
Can I-
Parang yung November 23 yung utos, pero November 6 pa lamang, may subpoena na. Ba't nagkaganon?
Typo ho yan, Your Honor. Hindi ho yan November
Typo
6.
na naman katulad ng Department of Justice.
No, Your Honor. If I may refer to my notes, Your Honor.
Oo, pakita mo na lang sa akin kasi nahanap ko, hindi ko masundan eh.
You may do so,
This is
Counsel.
page 6, number 14 po. November 6, 2024, subpoena to ABS-CBN.
Yung subpoena the subpoena itself. The subpoena itself.
Wala naman yatang date na binibigay tungkol sa appearance ni Patria Morales at yung iba pang
Meron po,
taga-ABS.
Your Honor, if I
Pakituro lang
have
kasi
the,
hinahanap
record
po
of the
namin.
Subpoena. Subpoena mismo.
For information, the time of Senator Judge Marcos is over. Kindly.
Yes, but he's still responding
Of course,
to the
we
same
will wait for the
question if you will
response.
allow. Siya po yung matagal, hindi tayo.
We're only counting your the questions that you asked, not the answer. Neither are we counting the waiting time for the witness to answer.
I-check ko lang po, Your Honor, para
Kasi yung mga sumunod na meeting, doon sa page 13, sa number 30, at sa mga sumunod, yung mga tinutukoy doon, yung mga media na nandun sa Zoom conference. Hindi naman siya yung ABS na humawak ng camera noong October 18. Iba naman yung mga tinutukoy doon eh.
Attorney Lutok,
Opo.
the question of the Honorable Marcos is on page 6, paragraph 14. You said you sent a subpoena on November 6, 2024. Unfortunately, because the annexes are not part of the document marked, it's not here. So the question is quite clear. If it's a mistake, then what is the correct date of the subpoena?
If I can see the real subpoena, Your
Kindly
Honor.
talk to the mic, please.
Yeah. If I can see the real subpoena, Your Honor, because the subpoena was signed by our Assistant Director for Investigation Service.
As I said, unfortunately, it was not attached to your affidavit, and I doubt if it's one of those marked or pre-marked
Wala.
by the counsel for prosecutors. As he said and admitted earlier, he did not or they did not mark all of the annexes in your affidavit.
Yes, Your Honor. If I may check ko lang po, Your Honor, para sigurado ho.
Wala sa'yo ngayon.
Inaanap ko po rito.
Wala nga pong annex yan eh.
Wala sa annex at wala rin sa affidavit. Kasi yung mga media na tinutukoy sa ibang pahina, yung mga nag-interview nung Zoom conference.
Dito ho yung certified true copy daw, Your Honor.
If I may, Your Honor, please, can I assist on this regard, if the court will allow?
Only if you can produce a copy of the November 6 subpoena, Counsel.
Exactly, Your Honor. The documents are present. They are in the possession at present of the witness, Your Honor, please. They may not have been physically attached to the affidavit investigation, but they do exist in the records of the case as separate pre-marked documents, Your Honor, please.
So
Okay.
it's here?
Presiding officer, then is counsel saying that therefore the affidavit is defective or wrongful and
With all
that
due-
November 6 is not the right date? What then is the right date to
With
the
all due
subpoena
respect,
to
Your Honor,
ABS?
please, with all due respect, we object to the use of the term defective.
Counsel, we shall await. Let the
Yes.
document speak for itself.
Yes, Your Honor, please.
If it's there.
The witness is
Yes,
now
it
in the
was the witness
process.
who said that it was a mistake, not me.
No, it doesn't make the entire affidavit of investigation defective.
No, I merely said the date was wrong because that's what he said.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's just been brought to my attention that in fact, presiding officer, 2 documents were issued on November 6. Not only the subpoena to ABS-CBN, but further the affidavit of investigation regarding the October 18 press con. Can we please be clarified as to these 2 documents which don't seem to appear in the affidavit nor in the annexes provided?
Let's first wait for the witness to answer the first question, Senator Judge Marcos.
Okay.
Yes,
If I-
Attorney Lotok.
If I may, Your Honor. Ito ho, ang subpoena, Duces Tycom, yung date ho ng appearance niya is December 11.
Appearance mo. Ang tinatanong yung
Appearance.
date ng subpoena.
Date
Attorney
ng
Lotok.
subpoena, Your Honor, is 6th day of November 2024, which I believe this is a typo kasi magkakasunod ho ito doon sa mga inisyuhan namin na media personalities.
Attorney Lotok, typo na yung affidavit mo? Typo pa yung subpoena?
Hindi po.
What are you
Typo
looking
yun.
at? The subpoena or the affidavit?
Dalawa yan eh.
What are you looking at, Attorney Lotok? The
subpoena, Your Honor.
So the subpoena is dated November 6.
Okay.
It is-
And the affidavit also is November 6. Dalawang typo carried over.
Asan yung affidavit? Hindi ko pa nakita, ma'am, yung affidavit na November.
Your
Ikaw
affidavit
ang
says
pumirma
November
eh.
6.
Pwede patingin ako ng affidavit.
Yung affidavit of investigation mo na binigay, pati
I-check
yung
ko po,
amended, carried over din. Yung first draft na rineject ng DOJ, yung ikalawa, parehong November 6.
Saan?
Pirmado ninyo eh.
Page 6, Counsel, paragraph 14 of his affidavit of investigation.
Yes, Your Honor. It's November 6, 2024 ang nakasulat dyan.
So typo din yan? Is it your testimony na typo din yan?
I believe so, Your Honor. Kasi ang intention namin dyan is 11 December 2024.
Anyway, Senator Judge Marcos, the document will let the document speak for itself. That would be the best evidence of it, if at all, of the dates
Thank you.
of either the subpoena and or the affidavit.
Yes, presiding officer, just to provide our witness a chance to correct himself or the documents, sa palagay mo, ano yung tamang date kung mali yung November 6?
Same ho, Your Honor, doon sa mga subpoena na inisyu namin sa media personalities.
Dapat magkakapareho.
Yes, magkakasunod po yun.
Okay, sige. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much, presiding officer. Damong salamat.
Salamat po, ma'am.
Thank you, Senator Judge Marcos. Senator Bamakino, and then we proceed to cross.
Your Honor, can we just
Yes,
point out
Attorney
one?
Milon.
Your Honor, regarding that matter, Your Honor, may we just manifest, Your Honor, for the record, that not only in paragraph 14, page 6, does the November 6, 2024 date appear, it also appears on the footnote. Footnote 12, November 6, 2024. So I don't think we just want to read for the record footnote 12, subpoena to Francis Toral, head, ABS-CBN News, dated 06 November 2024. In addition to that, if you look at the subpoena, And paragraph 14 also is on 06 November 2024 as a subpoena was issued to ABS-CBN News. Now, it is actually, it states that a copy of the video pertaining to the 18 October 24 press conference. And when you look at the subpoena itself, can you just ask for time? The subpoena, if you look at the subpoena, there's an attachment, and the photo there contained therein actually pertains to the 18 October 2024 press briefing. So in other words, Your Honor, this is a substantive, this is not a mere typography.
Objection, Your Honor. Counter manifestation. The witness said it's typographical, that you are milking that and say it's substantial.
Just
The
for the record,
manifestation-
ito sa
The
manifestation.
That's
manifestation
why
of
a counter
counsel for
manifestation.
respondent is duly noted. Insofar as the counter manifestation of the counsel for prosecutor, the witness already answered. That is a typographical
Thank you so much.
error from his point of view.
Kami ang boses ng masa, hindi natatakot. Katotohanan lang, di kami nalulunod. Walang bahid ng sismis, lahat ay totoo. Kahit sino ka pa, pag mali ka babanatan ka. Walang pinipili kulay, wala kaming kinikilingan. Basta para sa bayan, kami lalaban. Pag tama palakpakan, pag mali banatan. Di matitinag, di matatakot, para sa bayan tuloy ang sigaw. Sa harap ng kamera, walang halong takot. Mga baluktot, lahat kayo'y tutumba. Ang hustisya at totoo, yun lang ang mahalaga. Kahit sinong harang, di kami matitinag. Walang pinipiling kulay, wala kaming kinikilingan. Basta